What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Famous Chili Podcast. This is episode 3. Welcome back. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the month, and with your support, we can definitely do it. So let's jump right into it, guys. How has your week been so far?
It's been really nice, man. Really nice. What about you, man? I see you've been sick all week. You missed last week's podcast. You're completely fine. How are you feeling right now?
Dude, I'm feeling great right now. Just a little bit of a cough, but like last week I literally died. Like I had a 101 fever for like 4 or 5 days. A lot of that was due to the cold ass weather. Nish, I know like you're kind of dealing with it too because we're both north.
Yes,
Ari, you're
sir.
so lucky. I feel so you're at like 60 degrees, bro. I'm
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
just
no, no, no,
literally
man.
died,
It's
bro.
we have 33 right now. 33.
Oh my God. Wow.
33, man.
We started hitting a good like 8s, 6s,
Yeah.
7s, 20s, 15. But honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, it's terrible, but like obviously I'd rather have like 60-degree weather. I'd rather be in those higher temperatures, but it's much better than I expected because I feel like after like 30, 20 degrees, I don't really feel a temperature drop as much as
It's
like
the wind
even
chill,
though it's
bro.
like a 20-degree
chill,
difference
man.
between 30 and 50 feels a lot stronger than the drop between 30 and like 10, you know?
And also our
And
30 is 30 and sunny. So
yeah, so
Yeah,
there's a big
that's
difference,
so
yeah.
different.
no, but honestly, Georgia sucks though with the weather. Like it's so bipolar. It's either like really nice or raining. Like this week, and also the infrastructure on campus sometimes like the streets like literally flood through. Like there's barely any draining going on. So like
You're 1 megabit up and down per second
bro, oh my
infrastructure.
God. If anybody ever watches this podcast and sees me like buffering, it's because I'm running in stop motion internet right now, man. I'm literally running in less than 1 up, 1 down sometimes. Right now it's all right, I hope. But literally, I send these guys a picture of it every time. I'm in the library, it's running so slow. I think, okay, let me check the speed. I run speed test, 0.19 megabyte upload,
That's wild.
2 megabyte download. I'm like, how am I, where, it's just Georgia at this point. Where's the tech? I can't use the tech in Georgia Tech. It's so
It's just
annoying, man.
Georgia, bro.
It's
It's
just
just
Georgia.
Georgia. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Now, some of my
Wow.
friends in Georgia, like they're always complaining, like who are here, who are from Georgia. They're like, we have no infrastructure, we have no internet. Like it's basically just like farmland and Atlanta. That's about it. So
I mean, at least Atlanta looks nice, you know? I mean, at least it's
yeah.
nice
No,
to
I
look
like
at.
Atlanta. I like Atlanta.
This next week's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's true.
lit though. Like we got the Grammys coming up. We got, Super Bowl next week. I'm so hyped for the Super
Nah,
Bowl,
Super Bowl is
guys.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl's gonna be crazy.
100%, guys. But you guys want to drop your picks real quick? Man, it's big Super Bowl weekend.
Big Super Bowl, man. Big Super Bowl.
What are you guys thinking this weekend?
Chiefs versus Eagles, man. Chiefs versus Eagles. I mean, I think everyone here is probably rooting Chiefs, right? We all want the Chiefs to win, but
Not Rishi.
no, Rishi,
No,
no.
man.
You
Rishi's
don't want
always
the
the
Chiefs
odd
to
one
win?
out. He's
Man,
always
okay,
the
we'll
odd
get
one
to you,
out.
we'll
No,
get to you, we'll get
honestly,
to you, we'll
okay.
get to you. But Chiefs Eagles, I want the Chiefs to win. I really do, man. As a Giants fan, I'm never gonna root for the Eagles, but if I had to put money on it, I'm thinking the Eagles are gonna win, man. I don't know if Mahomes is gonna be able to fully recover in time. What he did last week was a miracle that he was able to play at that level while injured. Same with Kelsey. I don't know if he can hack it, man. If he is able to play at full capacity, then they have a chance. But that Eagles defense is something else, man. I don't think that the Chiefs can handle it. I think it's gonna be close, but Eagles are gonna pull through and win it.
I'm just gonna put it like this. Despite the fact that I don't want the Eagles to win, I think the streets of Philadelphia are gonna riot. I think we're gonna see a repeat of a few years back. I think there's gonna be fires. I think there's gonna be people climbing poles. I think there's gonna be videos that we see the next morning of just chaos in the streets.
Nish, you should visit. You should visit Philadelphia if the Eagles
That's too
win.
far. That's too far.
Yeah,
You're
no,
closer. You
for
should
the
hit
sake
it
of
up.
public safety, the Eagles need to lose. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, there will be a life loss if the Eagles don't lose.
Rishi,
But
what do you
yeah.
think?
So what I think is that first of all, I'm riding with the Eagles. I think they're gonna win. I think Mahomes got lucky last week. I think it was the refs versus Bengals. You guys know I had the Bengals winning it all, man. You guys know the refs made some stupid calls. Keep giving
bro,
Mahomes
get off of
some extra
Burrow, man.
chances.
Get off.
Man, come on, man. Come on. We all have to admit at some point.
Oh,
right?
no, 100%. He's amazing.
Mahomes got lucky there. He got lucky in that game. And he's lucky to be in the Super Bowl, but he's not winning this game. Okay. Eagles
Hey,
D-line,
man.
after watching them play last week, they're gonna absolutely destroy that Chiefs offensive line. That secondary is getting better every single week. like even though Andy Reid might pull something out of the playbook, the Eagles are winning.
As Harvey Specter once said, he said, "People, the great ones, don't get lucky; they make their own luck." And I think Mahomes makes his own luck. I think Mahomes is better than Hurts. Number one, he has more experience. I think Eagles are a full round better roster, but I feel like Mahomes just has that it factor, has that magic that's going to propel them to win. And on top of that, Hurts did not have a good game last week. He did not. He ran the ball well, but it was a lot to do with the Niners being decimated with injuries with Nick Bosa and Purdy. And me and Ari talked about this a couple of days ago, but that game was low-key a shit show. And that was because of the fact that of the injuries. And like that NFC Championship was just a dud. And so we can't say the Eagles like destroyed the 49ers because they didn't really play the 49ers, right?
No, we got to talk about that game, man. That might be the funniest. I don't think I've ever laughed during a football game so much, man. Bro, when I said it is Brock Purdy got hurt, and it's sad, obviously, because he actually is decent, right? But he gets hurt. They have to bring in their fourth string quarterback in. He is an absolute bust, so bad. My dad's texting in our family group chat, get some bum from the playground. This guy is better than him. And then he gets hurt too. They run out of quarterbacks.
Like McCaffrey was just running the ball the whole time.
Bro,
they didn't even have
just kept McCaffrey as quarterback than that fourth string, man. He would have been better.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, McCaffrey did throw one pass,
believe
bro,
that.
but he passed it to like the middle of nowhere. Like he threw it to
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere. I think they were out of options then. I think the game was far over by
Bro,
then. So it didn't really
everything
matter.
that could have went wrong, man. It was just so
I
bad.
guess maybe they needed like a 50-year-old Tom Brady to play because I know he's retired now. But Rishi, was that a soft spot for you?
Was that a soft spot?
Our Patriots fan,
A
man.
very, very big soft spot. I think arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, and arguably my favorite player.
I got some tissues for you if you need them.
I'll take one, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really needed that because he's probably been my favorite player for the longest time, ever since I started watching the Patriots in like 2010, 2011, like after the first two Super Bowls.
Sorry, continue.
Excuse me.
Excuse
me. How many Super Bowls do you guys have?
Who did we beat in both of those?
Win those Super Bowls again?
Off like one lucky catch. Let's be honest here, guys. If it wasn't for that one guy, you guys weren't winning that game. But anyways, let's take a moment to review some of his accolades and awards because, man, what an astonishing 22-year career.
Really was,
22 years in the NFL, man. Patrick Mahomes was a 5-year-old in Brady's first season in the NFL.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
Exactly.
My God, man.
Dude, this man, 15 Pro Bowls, okay? 5 Super Bowl MVP awards, 3 regular MVP awards, and he's won Offensive Player 2 times, okay? He's won the Super Bowl 7 times, okay? He's been the passing touchdown leader 5 times in the NFL, passing yard leader 4 times in the NFL, 3 times first team All-Pro, okay? He has an astounding 243-73 record in the regular season and a 35-12 mark in the playoffs. Guys, we've never seen anything like this. We've never seen anyone like this. We've never seen anyone amount to the level of play that he's played consistently for years to come. But if we're being honest here, Brady should have retired in 2020. Brady shouldn't have played the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He should have been one.
What are the chances?
After winning, he should have retired. He should have done the Peyton Manning. Win the Super Bowl,
100%.
get out,
and then leave. Yeah.
Last season he did well. It was a very good game against the Rams when he lost. It was very close. And if they won that, they could have went all the way. You never know. It was a very good game, that game, by the way. But
no, but you guys also have to think about it takes a lot to win a Super Bowl. Like it's not obviously it's you can't just, I know he's a GOAT, but you can't expect him to win every single year.
Of course.
But then again, I do agree. It should have been like a Peyton Manning swan song type of year that he should have left. But then again,
he also said
he still has a lot in the tank left. If you really think about it,
that's the thing. You could argue he could still keep going. Realistically, he's still better than most of the quarterbacks in this league by far.
I think
that's what I was saying.
He should have retired now.
No, sorry. I was gonna cut you off real quick. I think if he didn't retire in 2020, I think he should have played till 46. I don't think he should have stopped this year. It's either he retires when he wins or win another one and then leave, because he can still make that work, man. I don't know exactly when he's going to be a free agent, but he's going to be a free agent soon, man. And he can sign to one of these big teams with nice rosters, man. The 49ers, even though they claim Brock Purdy is their answer, they claim that, that he's going to be the one for their team. They're still looking for that guy to take them to Super Bowl. That roster needs to win a Super Bowl now.
Well, we know it's not going to be Jimmy G after what happened this week, man.
No.
Bro is sitting there. He was having the time of his life on that sidelines, man.
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
Is Brady's retirement like official this time? Because he said it last year around the same day.
Nah, I think it's official.
And then 40 days later, he comes back and he's like, "Nah, we're not retiring. We're playing another season." But
no, I think that was because of personal issues that were going on with him and his wife that led to
that. I mean, there was
there's stuff, but
he claims this is his last one. He claims this is.
He claims it, but like, honestly, there's a chance he goes to 46, like you're saying, Rishi.
Dude, wait, you guys want to know something funny? You guys know something funny? Someone took the sand from where he
I saw that.
He recorded his video, and it's on eBay right now, selling at $100,000 from that exact location. $100,000 for that ball of sand.
They literally could have taken sand from anywhere and just claimed that it was like
no, but he took the picture of that exact location with the sand in the bottle, so it's like that exact location. Maybe has some sentimental value to Patriots fans.
Wild.
Like, even I'm a Patriots fan. I'm not spending $100,000. I mean, if you want to spot me, yeah.
How much did you pay for that? How much did you pay for that?
I wouldn't pay that much for it, to be honest. It's a bottle of sand.
Yo, Ari, Rishi's right now in gambling debt from bets made with me and you. And so I don't think he should be spending money on sand.
You know what? Don't worry about our bets, man. We'll keep it on a tab. We'll roll that.
Yeah, we'll keep it on a tab.
We'll roll it over to another bet, I'm sure.
Invest in the sand, and then maybe the profits you make from it can go towards those bets.
Gambling on debt right now, man. He's gonna be debt. He's on credit.
I'm on credit. I'm okay with that, to be honest. I'll mind.
Brady though, this guy came from which university? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he came from the greatest university in the world, which is Michigan. And that's why, like, as much as I hate him, now I kind of like him because of the fact that he came from Michigan. But I think it was a great career. I think he definitely defied the odds. And I think now he's gonna sell his TB12 regimen that he does to like all these athletes for so much money. Yeah, he's gonna make.
Bro also got a fat bag from Fox, man.
$200 million, man.
375, bro.
375
for 10 years.
Is he gonna take it though? I saw something about him like not helping with the Super Bowl stuff or something. I don't know if there's anything going on.
No, it's next year. It's a next year deal.
Oh, it's a next year deal. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be sick. He has a good personality, like for live stuff. He can do it well in that. Yeah. Some people just can't do like the TV stuff. The Manning brothers do well in it.
They do really
Drew Brees does good in it. Tony Romo does good in it, but like
Tony Romo does so good in it.
Yeah. This week we
what happened this week? Oh yeah.
It's more of like an I Heart Patrick Mahomes kind of situation every single week.
He almost got canceled on live television. He almost got canceled on live television.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw that.
He almost got canceled on live television.
That was really, really funny to watch. I watched that clip maybe like 2 or 3 times just to like double check. I'm like, wait. Am I sure I'm hearing this right? Because like I wasn't exactly sure, and I was like, wow, Tony Romo, man, Tony Romo. Yeah.
So kind of transitioning right now into college admissions, just because of the fact that we're talking about Tom Brady, Michigan. That kind of reminded me like. All these people are starting to get their decisions. Like Michigan just sent their decisions last week. Like
same with UIUC.
Like some guy from like our high school, like he just DM'd me on LinkedIn and he was like, "Yo, I got it." And I was like super hyped for him and stuff because I remember when me and Ari like we got our Michigan apps at the same decision at the same time. We opened it at the same time for LSA and like we were just so hyped. So I was like, wow, like these guys must be feeling the same thing now. So.
No, college admissions was a really hectic time, man. But like it ended up working out well for everyone. So like in the end, it was a lot of fun. But man, that was a really stressful time though. Sending out those apps. I don't know if there's been a much more stressful time. What about you guys though? Did you guys have like a similar kind of experience?
Nah, I think it was by far the most like not only stressful but impactful time in like high school. Because as much as people are like, oh, try to like build up your resume throughout high school, it all truly does come down to like that one time.
Yeah.
I'd also say like a lot of it has to do with luck, because like you can get an admissions officer that just does not like you or does not like your profile, and so they would just reject you. So like, you know, a lot of that meritocracy kind of goes away. And also like for me, right, like first semester senior year, like it wasn't just like the college part of it, right, like the stress, but it's also like, you know, when you go out to all these like events with your family friends and they're like comparing and like they're doing all these things that like typical, like, you know, like especially Indians do
Typical Indian parties, man.
the Indian parties where
And-
like, you know, they're like, oh, like which schools are you applying to? And then you know, a kid who you've been friends with for like 18 years, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I don't know where I want to go, but like you're clearly capping, like you're you're trying to have that like competitive edge for no reason whatsoever, right? And so like that whole thing was annoying as well, because you know, you're supposed to be like supportive and helpful instead of like deterring people and like, you know, like breaking them down. So
We all
Also,
know
can I-
Tinku's son, man. We all know Tinku's son. He's
Yeah,
always
can
there,
I-
man.
Can I say, I don't know what it is about where my mom works, but somehow every single one of her coworkers' kids manages to be like top 1% of schools, doing the craziest stuff. Like,
really,
I don't know where this is coming from, but she's like, oh yeah, Rohan got 50-90 on his SATs. He did this, he did that. Like,
oh my god,
where are these kids pulling this out of? I don't know. I don't know how every single one of my mom's friends has kids doing top of the line work.
no, but you also
all the
gotta, you
time.
also have to like, that's another part, like you gotta focus on yourself, right? Because like there's so many people out there that cap about what they do,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like we've had people in our high school like that too, and like it's just and it's just like you gotta like really, because like that could like get to you, right? Like you can be like, oh my god, like this
100%.
guy's insane, like you just start comparing yourself with them, and then you know, you find out that it's not real, or like they're not, like they didn't do what they did, right? So like kind of just focus on yourself and just do what you feel is happy, and that's like especially applied
Nah, you're right.
once you get into college, because like once
Yeah.
you like, we all go to like
100%,
pretty prestigious universities, and everyone there is like smart, right? So like you need to kind of, because everyone has something special about them, at like a Stevens, at like a Georgia Tech, at like a UIUC, right? So like you got to make sure like you kind of show your side, but also it's like just be friends with them. If you're in college, like at the end of the day, just be friends. Like there's no point in, because everyone has different things that they want to do. So
I think that if you measure your success based off someone else, that's when you like deteriorate yourself the most. Because I think the best way to build yourself up is to kind of like block out what other people are doing. Like if you're like, if I see that like Nish got into Google, right, and then I think
I did
to
not,
myself,
by the way. Can we put that on the record? I did not. I wish I did.
It's for example purposes. If I see that Nish got into Google and I didn't, you know, it just make me feel worse about myself. Maybe it make me feel like less determined to do something, because maybe I wouldn't feel like I'm worth enough to reach that high level. But you know, everyone reaches their goals in life at like a certain point. You know, not everyone is gonna reach the highest level of success at the same time. So the whole thing is to like, you know, take small steps, make connections, work your hardest at every time possible, and just kind of make the most out of it, because you know, your happiness is not completely based off success. You know, there's more to just life than just money, you know.
and one thing I'd kind of add on to that is like you said, like, yeah, if Nish got, let's say, Google, right, for example purposes, but like let's say he gets that, right, and then you like, just human nature, you just start treating people differently. Like I know at least like here at Michigan, like excuse me, there's a lot of like investment clubs here, finance clubs here, that like, you know, some are more prestigious than others, that's whatever, but like people start treating you differently once you're in these clubs, right? Because of the fact that they want to get in, they want to be in the position that you are. And I just think that's really weird, because like these clubs are student run, right? Like you're not getting paid for them, you're not like, there's nothing really involved except for like you're just learning and like trying to help like recruit or whatever. But like that whole like, you know, treating others differently, that's just, that part is again like comparing yourself with other people. And I thought Rishi brought up a really good point about that.
It's hard not to compare yourself when you see others doing well, but really the best thing you can do is just be happy for them. You know, like if Nish got Google, I'm not going to immediately start thinking, oh shit, like, why didn't I get it? Like, obviously I might be thinking like, I wish I got that. But at the same time, you got to be happy for your friends, you know, like that's a
100%.
huge
I
thing to
agree.
get, you know, no matter what company it is, really, like, it's just an amazing thing. You got to be happy for your friends, you know? And with
facts.
college admissions in general, like I just want to say, if you didn't get into the school you wanted to in the first round, or maybe you got deferred in the EAs, don't stress too much about it. In the end, everything will work out. We all, I'm sure, had schools we didn't get into at first and maybe got in later, or we got rejected from a school we really wanted to go to, but we all are happy at where we are now. Everything always works out. Just take in all factors. Don't always go for what might be the most prestigious school. There's a lot of things that go into it. Think about the environment, who you might be there, what you're getting, if you're getting your money's worth. Things like that are all important.
Look,
I
like,
genuinely
yeah.
believe though that the biggest thing about college is not like necessarily which college you're attending, because obviously if you're going to any of these like higher ranked schools, it doesn't matter if you're going to number 1 versus number 2 versus number 3 versus number 4. But the thing is, being at that school, the biggest thing then is like what you're doing there, how you're utilizing yourself there,
100%.
how you're putting the effort in to be part of those organizations, how you're putting effort in to do well in classes. It is not really that big of a deal if you are going to one school over another, but be happy where you are, honestly, because like going into UIUC, it's in the middle of literally the middle of nowhere. Like the closest like major city is like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away from us. So like we literally are like, I have to pay $40 on every bus ride to get to Chicago. And it's like a 4-hour bus ride just to get up there. But despite that fact, I love it here. And I thought like, that'd be the worst part about it, like being in the middle of nowhere. And it probably is, but that doesn't like subtract from honestly the experiences I've had here and like everything I'm doing here. And it genuinely, I do believe that like what you put into it is what you'll get out of it in college, way more than high school in comparison.
And one thing like I'd say is like, all of us have kind of been in the position that a lot of these seniors are in. Like we had the same mentality. Like we had this, we want to get to the best school, like we want to go to the top ranked school. But like now that we're a year in or a year after, and like we see like it doesn't really matter. Like when I was a senior and I saw like first year freshmen, right, being like it doesn't really matter, like I would just honestly be pissed because I'd be like, it does though, right? Like whether it's now or later, like there's always going to be these things that we look at. There's always going to be these things that we kind of chase as like prestige, right? Whether that be college, whether that be a job, whether that be a club, whatever it might be. And like that's kind of just based off of surrounding noise. Like that's just based off of what other people think, right? Like if you like, I was pushing so hard for Ari to come to Michigan because like Michigan is like a really like it's a good CS school, right? But like he's like, no, like whatever makes me happy. I'm like, yeah, I completely agree. It's like, he thought Georgia Tech was the best for him. It clearly is, right? Like I think like just in like academically, maybe like especially socially as well. Like I feel like everyone kind of fits in where they do. And I feel like a big mistake a lot of people make is they're so succumb to like the social noise and like the stuff around them that doesn't truly matter, because like you're not going to get these 4 years back. You should make the most of it where you are. And like that's all based on like where you choose to be. And that should only be based off of your decision and not anyone else's.
Yeah, 100%. Don't stress if you don't get into the
Yeah.
school that you wanted to, because everyone's path is different.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be doing different things at different places. And if anything, if you do feel at a disadvantage, it should only push you to work harder and harder and harder, because it does not matter where you are. Wherever you are, you can achieve the same things and maybe even more. Because what you truly think of yourself, because your thoughts on yourself what matter the most rather than what other people think of you. So if you truly are able to believe in yourself and trust what you're able to do, then that's what really matters, and you'll be able to achieve what you want. So it doesn't matter if you get into Harvard or if you get into community college, because you can do the same things, because it only matters on what you do.
Yeah. And like Nish was saying, man, like the name only gets you in the door. You got to keep yourself there, like, yeah, you go to a big name school, but that might always help, it matters more what you do, where you go. Like, honestly, if you don't think you're getting into a school that has the prestige you wanted to get into, go on LinkedIn and look at what people from that school are doing. Cause I guarantee you there is going to be a lot of people doing well from that school. We see online and we see so many of our friends who maybe didn't go to schools that are as high prestige. We've seen so many people graduate and then go to do amazing things, So just hold in there and work hard and you'll get it.
And just the way that like college admissions work, like there's gonna be dumbasses everywhere. Like it's not just like, oh, you're going to Harvard, so everyone in Harvard is smart, or you're going to like, I don't know, like Rishi was saying, like community college, everyone's stupid. Like it's not like that. You're gonna find smart people everywhere. You're gonna find driven people everywhere. And so you just have to surround yourself with the right people. Like that might mean like, okay, maybe at Harvard there's bigger percentage of like driven people, but at the same time, like you just have to find the right people. Like even at Michigan, like there's some people who I wouldn't want to hang out with, while others are, right? Just because our interests align and we kind of share the same ambition. So it's kind of the same way. Like it really does not matter. It should be based on which campuses you like, what socially you like. Obviously like financial like tuition stuff's a huge part of it, but like it should really be like where you fit in. And I recommend whoever's going through it right now, whatever schools you got into, like visit those schools. It's important to like get on campus. I know Ari's smiling right now because like he didn't visit Georgia Tech.
Not
But,
No,
gonna
like,
I
lie.
actually didn't go on a single college tour. I didn't
No,
go on a
Yeah,
I did not
that's-
go. I
that's
think I
wild.
went on one to like
Yeah.
NJIT because it was just like it wasn't even a tour. It was like an open house. I think Rishi was there too on the
I
same
was
day
there
as
with
me.
you. Yes, I
Yeah,
was.
yeah. But I don't even think it was a tour technically. It was like an open house. We just walked around campus.
See,
So it
that's
was
another
like,
thing.
I mean, yeah, I've
people-
walked on Princeton campus. Like,
oh,
that was
Princeton
my
campus.
tour.
Yo,
That
the
was
Princeton
my
tours
tour.
are
That's a
crazy.
free tour right
I
there.
just
No,
walked.
but
I just
Yeah.
walked.
that's another example. Like everyone has different experiences, even going through the college admission. Like for example, me, like I visited Michigan 3 times before I even came on campus, right? So like, okay, that's a little hard. That's a little too much. But like, I just need it because it was 10 hours away, whatever. But like, my point is like everyone has different experiences, but like, it works out at the end of the day. So
Yeah. It also depends on you, I think, because like I know there are people who don't want to make that decision before they know what the campus is like, before they know what like everything in the area is like. Like I'm sure, Prem, you probably do like want to see that place in person,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah,
you care. That's what you care about. But then honestly, for me, it was like at the end of the day, when I had all my decisions, I like narrowed it down to basically UIUC or Rutgers, and knowing between the two, knowing that like the difference in tuition cost, the difference in the education I'd be getting, the difference in place, I ended up going with UIUC, knowing that just like holistically, despite how I felt on campus, like once I got there, I knew I'd be able to like assimilate myself with campus culture, the area. I knew it was a pretty small, like in terms of walkable campus. UIUC is very walkable, and I'm very grateful for that because I have a bike and it's the fastest thing ever. People are on the bus. I outspeed the bus on the bike, so it's like
you're
it's
one of
great.
those
And
people on the bike. You're one of those kids.
Nah,
one of
Nishka's
those
definitely a
kids,
bike kid, man. Nishka's definitely a bike
God.
kid. Going around with the
me,
propeller
me,
hat. Yeah.
yo,
The
me,
rainbow
Sai, and
backpack.
Ishan. Me, Sai, and Ishan all got bikes the first few days of
Oh,
semester.
they got one of the
Low-key was the
tandem bikes,
best.
you know. They got around
Yeah,
with
all
The
three
three,
of
they got
us.
the three-person
We
Tandem
drop each
bike.
other off at class. We drop each other off at class. But no, honestly, like not going to UIUC didn't really affect me at all because I still think I would have chosen the campus. But if it does matter to you, you should visit.
Well, that of course it didn't affect you because you ended up going.
No, I mean affected like if I had visited, I still would have like
Like
chosen
that.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's also one more important thing that everyone should know. And this is not really about college admissions, but this is when you get in college. Make sure you like the people that you surround yourself are people that you trust, people that have like similar ambitions. And also one major note, be friends with the upperclassmen. Please,
Yeah.
Yo, that's
become
crazy.
friends with the
Yeah.
upperclassmen.
That's
They
my
give you
specialty.
all the opportunities. They
Yeah,
give you
Prem
all
has a
the
lot
career
of experience
advice.
with that one.
Prem
Man.
had so much experience with that.
He
in
was
high
preparing
school.
for that in high school, man.
I was preparing in high school.
No, but it's actually really important because like a lot of the opportunities I would have like gone able to like go to, like I've been to some events in New York, like some like crypto events and stuff like that, and like I wouldn't got invited if it
flex.
wasn't it's a little quick
I'm
flex.
kidding,
Okay
I'm
with that.
joking.
And then, like-
sometimes, man.
And then like I wouldn't have gone into those places if I didn't make friends with people who are already more experienced in the field and who are able to give me like advice on what to do.
I
'Cause
think the
we're
biggest
still freshmen,
difference, I think the biggest difference between that is because in high school, upperclassmen are also like, I mean, high school is very streamlined. You know what you're doing in high school. There's not a lot of like room to play. It's school and then extracurriculars. It's not like a big, and you have to go to school. You're there 6 hours a day. It's not like you can just like not be there every day. But then college is very like open. You have the decision to do a lot because you have that freedom. Having upperclassmen who've already gone through it, their experience is what really like is the difference. Upperclassmen in high school don't have a lot more experience in terms of like the path that you should be taking, what you should be doing. Honestly, compared to the different, obviously they do compared to like a freshman versus a senior in high school, but then the difference between like a freshman in college and a senior in college is huge. Like they know everything you've gone through, and it's like they know the past, they know what their friends have done, they know what their friends are doing, like, and then you can use that information, you can use that knowledge to kind of help you along your way if you have some friends that are a little bit older. Yeah.
100%. And it'll propel you, it'll just propel your career even more. You know, like the more that, like, if you stay in the mindset that like you can't be friends with older kids because they're older or they may be more mature, if anything, the older kids that I've met at my school, they've been like nothing but helpful. They've been like friends. Like we play basketball together, we eat dinner together. Like it's more fun than it is like career advice. So it's just like it's a good way of making friends as well.
And
Yeah, for
what
sure.
another one last thing I kind of end off on is like also like obviously like you're in college to like whatever build your career, get an education, like do something fun on the side, right? Like don't have your entire your entire like activities, resume, all that stuff like tailored towards like professional stuff, right? Like have some hobbies you do on the side, like learn some new stuff. Like I see so many people learning how to play piano.
Learn the yo-yo, man. Learn the
Yeah.
yo-yo.
Learn the
Yo!
Yeah, learn the
Learn the
yo-yo.
yo-yo.
Like,
Yeah, man. I'm
Ari,
telling you.
talk about that a
Bro,
little
I
bit.
had a crazy night, man. I had a crazy night. You know, people on Friday nights, they go out do some wild shit, man. Catch me with the yo-yo yesterday, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I have addictive personality or something, but that thing was so addicting, like using the yo-yo.
We're gonna pull up the video. That was like by far
Bro,
the
I got
cutest
so
thing.
hyped.
That was
Yeah.
One, go. Clean.
Yes!
Bro got
cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
excited.
And that is the
That
most
was
like
so
basic
cute.
trick, but it was so hard. I'm telling you, it's actually so hard to do. I
Guys,
never thought
Ari
I would
was
be able to
not-
yo in my life, man. And when I was
Ari
little,
was
I had
not
one
even-
yo-yo. I threw it down. It never came back up. I couldn't even roll it back up. It was done. And then yesterday, one of my friends, Laza, right? This, honestly, I was talking to him. We got to get this guy on one day, man. This guy is like a merchant of weird talents. This guy can do the weirdest shit, man. I walk into one of the lounges and he's just there doing crazy yo-yo tricks. It's actually insane. He owns like so many yo-yos, $100 yo-yos he buys, and he's actually crazy. So he's teaching all of us yo-yo tricks. I think for 2 hours we were just there yo-yoing, just trying to
Oh my
figure it
God.
out. But bro, you guys know I am not coordinated at all. So to be able to do something that requires any hand-eye coordination, I was gassed, man. I was gassed.
Ari basketball is a different breed, bro. Ari
Hey,
playing
nah, but
basketball is
see,
a different
That's
breed.
why, man. I just go defense, man. That's all I could do. I could just keep thinking like.
No, Ari literally reminds me of Dennis Rodman. Like this guy is just like
Hey,
a
I'll take that
defensive
comparison, man.
defensive monster. It's actually insane.
And not off the court though. Not off the court.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
we
want
gotta
that
see you. We
comparison
gotta
off
see
the
you.
court.
We gotta see you dye your hair, bro. We gotta see you dye your hair.
Yeah. No.
Nah,
Well,
man.
actually, question. I used to ask people this in like elementary school. Would I look weirder, blonde or bald?
Blonde.
Blonde.
Full blonde, like Slim Shady blonde. Like
I think blonde
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
blonde would look weirder.
You can no, because you can grow out that like goatee or that mustache a little bit, and then it would like
Yeah.
that beard.
When I
would,
have my
like-
full beard, then maybe it'll look better bald. You know.
Wait, bald isn't if I like slap your head, it's just
No,
skin
like full
bald.
bald, full skin
Okay,
bald.
okay.
Because the thing is, what if I have a weird head shape? You know, like
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
Actually,
about your
yeah,
head
that's
shape.
fair. That's a
I
fair.
think
All right,
blonde might
turn to the
be-
side. Turn to the side. Nah,
Yeah,
no,
that
it would definitely be
the Great
blonde.
Clips
Blonde.
cut was really
blonde.
great.
Hey, bro, why your haircut? And these people are so smart.
Yeah, we gotta
man.
talk. We
In
gotta talk
college-
about this.
In
We gotta
college
talk.
areas, man, they make the haircuts so expensive. I my whole life I refused to go to a Great Clips. Right when I was really little, I would go to a Great Clips. Once I started choosing where I went to haircuts and got more like involved in what I want for my hair, I refused to go to a Great Clips. I always like going to more local places. They cut better, they fade better, they do everything better. It's also just more fun. You get to talk to your barber, get a nice experience. I vowed to never go to a Great Clips. I come to school, every barber is charging $40 for a haircut, man. And
Hey,
back
man,
home, we can get around like 30, 25-ish. Like I'm fine with that, you know.
No,
$40,
but
man.
At least,
and they're
at
also
least you
far
have
away.
at least you have barbers that actually can cut hair. Our barbers here are the worst barbers you have ever. Like you got to drive 25, 30 minutes away in an Uber or whatever to get an actual good
Really?
barber. Like one of my friends is like, yeah, like go to like this really well reviewed like barber. So one of my friends he's like, yeah, I'm never going there again. I'm not like,
Yeah.
bro wore a hood for a whole week because like he did not want to show his hair. It was bad.
No, but the Great Clips is 2-0 so far, man. I went for 2 haircuts. Both times they actually came out somewhat decent. Obviously, it's never going to be the level of like Tom's, which is our barbershop back in New Jersey. No, it won't ever be the fade that clean, but it does the job, man. And for their price, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mhm.
100%. I mean, I just refuse to go since I'm not that far from home. I refuse to go to a barbershop in Hoboken.
That's
Man, they're
true.
charging
That's true.
anywhere ranging from 40 to 70.
That's-
I've never I don't like trying new barbers. I've tried like 2 new barbers in my whole life. I went from like my first barber to Tom's, and then now I'm going to one of like our barbers that went to our high school. So he's really good, and he's giving me the first like profound haircut, which I've left liking, because every like previous haircut I've gone before that, I just wanted to like just burn my hair off completely. Like it was terrible.
Go bald like
Terrible.
Ari will.
I will go bald.
Actually, like Sai actually
Like
will.
Sai, yeah.
No, like
yeah,
Sai will, man.
Sai will
100%,
actually go
man.
bald. That's funny.
No, Sai's actually going bald, man. That's gonna be so fun.
What's Arian's forfeit again? His is like
Bro,
performing
okay,
in
so
Times Square.
Dress up in New
Right.
York as
Yeah.
whatever we dress him up as, and he has to go to New York on the streets of New York and basically get the $5 buy-in that we originally had. So he has to dress up and ask people
By
for money for
performing.
$5.
By
He
performing.
cannot ask
performing.
anyone for money.
Can't ask. Can't
No, no,
ask.
no,
for
has
money.
to have a
He
performance.
I
has
mean,
to
yeah.
perform
Ask for
and get
money
it.
as in like he has to
He
get money
has
from
to have a
like
performance.
performing on the streets.
That's gonna be
Bro,
fun.
that's just because he had the least points, man. This is why you don't lose your fantasy leagues. Least
Don't
points.
lose in
Now he has to
fantasy.
go to New York, perform in the street, and get his $5. It sounds easy. It sounds like, oh, it's just $5. I dare you to try, man. I dare you to try to get
Yeah.
$5. It's not
Actually,
easy.
I don't think it's gonna be that hard.
I
'cause
think
think
honestly,
about it
I
this
think
way.
he's gonna be there a long time because he doesn't
Think
look
about
like
it this way.
he's not gonna look like he needs it. Like
People
Yeah.
carry.
I know. Arian does not need $5.
Ari
He's
does
gonna
not
be
need
pulling up
$5,
his-
man.
He's gonna pull up in his Jordans, his jeans.
Yeah,
nice
no, but we
shade.
choose his outfit. We choose his.
Oh, fair
should-
enough.
choose his
actually,
outfit, yeah.
Hold on, wait. Should we make him look like really pimped out and rich so no one wants to give him money?
I think
That would
that'd
actually be the
good
Should we make
idea.
him look like really spoiled so that no one wants to give him
Like a
money?
Or we
Sherpa.
can
He has
do-
he has his Sherpa jacket. We'll have that on him.
On Sherpa.
On
Okay,
Sherpa,
but
he-
Sherpa.
regardless of what he's wearing, bro, what is his talent? Like, what is he gonna perform
do,
to other
man?
people?
He should
bro?
dance.
Bro, I really
Dance?
it was so close to that. He also got last and least points. So it was so close to him having
It was
his
so
head
close.
shaved
Oh
and
my
performing.
God.
That would be.
Oh
We could have just
my
made him Aang. We
God.
could have fully made him dress up as Aang and go around like uppa yip everywhere. Like,
yeah, that would have been crazy. I
Dude,
wish,
think
dude.
I think
I
if people are
wish.
giving him money though, it'll be like either like $1 or like $2. Nobody carries coins anymore, so he's not going to be getting like those 50 cents. He's going to be getting the big bucks, but he's going to need 5 people who are nice
Nah,
enough
you
to
know,
give $1.
I think do we
I
get to
think.
choose his location as well?
Yeah,
Okay, because he could easily just go to Wall Street and just start doing random shit, and then people are just gonna give him $1 to stop, right? Like people could just do that.
I was
you
telling
just
one of my
make-
friends about this, right? And he was like, bro, what if he just like someone gets really pissed off at him or like gets arrested or some shit?
No, I don't think he'll do anything that bad. Like, I don't
It's
think so.
Arian, man. You never know.
It is Arian. It is
Arian.
Arian.
He's
It's the
unpredictable.
riskiest person to put on the
riskiest,
streets like
it's the
that.
riskiest.
You don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know what he's gonna say.
He's gonna be flying planes for a living. Can you imagine? That's gonna be crazy.
That's
yeah. He's the only pilot that I know, honestly. Only one who's
Damn, you don't
planning to
know a lot of
become
pilots,
pilot.
Rishi? Don't know a lot of
I don't,
pilots?
I don't.
Damn.
you're not in the pilot industry like that, Rishi.
Wow.
I mean, I have my connections here and there, you know. A couple guys here and there want to fly my private jet out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know,
Your
nothing
Bugatti?
too much.
You have a
My-
private.
What color is your Bugatti, bro?
What color's your private jet, man?
What color is your private jet?
Bro, private jet is matte black with gold rims. Okay,
What
now
color's
here's
your-
my answer.
what
Ooh,
color's
what
your
color is your
private
Bugatti,
island?
bro? What color is your
What color is
Bugatti?
your private island? What color is your private island?
Bro, I don't know. I don't own a private island.
You're
Damn,
just
get
not
your
like
money
that.
up, man. Get your money
Get your money up. Get your real estate up. Get that island.
I don't
Yo,
discriminate, so I would take any colored island. I'm just saying.
I don't
No,
need
yeah.
an island when I have.
I don't know
my
why the
red
color matters,
Bugatti.
man. Like,
Red Bugatti, guys. The red Bugatti. Why do
I'm
you
not
think
gonna
it's
lie.
saying-
I'm not gonna lie. The copper color does look cold. I'm not gonna
Copper
lie.
color is really
The copper
nice on the
color
car.
is so cold.
I really like
Like,
this
Yeah.
car. But
Yeah.
if I really wanted a car, guys, anyone who's watching who wants to be nice and maybe give me a car, hint, I'll take a Nissan Skyline. If you guys really want to gift us a
Dude,
car,
I wish I had a car on campus. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean,
Especially
I would
now
never-
it's
I
so
wouldn't-
cold.
I wouldn't. No, it's not even that. I wouldn't even use the car to go to classes because there's not a lot of good parking on campus. But the ability to be able to leave like campus itself
yeah.
and get to
Yeah.
like the
Wait, Nish,
suburban areas.
do you have a Target near you? Or a Walmart
We have a
or
Target
something?
like on like basically the main street of campus, like or right outside of campus. But all the big like Costco, like big
Oh
like
yeah.
big
Same.
super center
It's all the
stores
sub-
that
it's
are
all
like
the
you get
suburbs.
good prices and stuff. The Target is like $7 for a bag of chips. You know, I'm not like
Yeah.
I'm not dropping $7 on
Yeah.
like one of these bags of chips. But if I had a car, I would be able to go out to like, the suburban areas where they have like the Costco, they have the Aldi, they have the, all of that stuff is available, but I need a 40-minute bus ride or like a 20-minute car to get there. But I would never actually put the money into a car like that. It's just not worth it like that. But we're going today.
Or
so
like
we'll
the really
see.
nice chain restaurants. Like shout out Olive Garden. You feel me?
Oh, bro just said really nice chain
And we just
restaurants
lost
dropped
every
Olive
Italian
Garden.
watching this podcast right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god.
That's why I said
Yeah.
chain. That's why I said chain.
I mean, it's
You
still
just
like
said the
okay,
best. It's Olive Garden is like the Chili's equivalent, It's like
nah, man, you got that.
No,
you
it's
got
not.
that buy one get one free, man. At
Yeah,
the
yes,
Olive
it
Garden,
what?
bro.
is.
Dude, the
Oh my
lasagna
God.
Frida. Stop the cap.
If
But if we're
anything-
being real, it is like the equivalent in terms of like the tier list of restaurants,
No,
I'd say.
it's not.
Yes,
I'd
it
say
is.
it's
Yes,
equivalent.
it is.
Chili's is better. Chili's is better.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, no.
What?
I would say here's the thing. Here's the
every
thing.
time I've been to
Regardless-
Chili's, I've had
the-
hair in my food. Every single time.
Sounds like a you
There's
problem.
no,
man.
that sounds like a
Yeah,
skill
that's-
issue.
It's gotta
No,
be
bruh.
calm.
It's bad.
Okay,
There's
I think.
the thing
Wait,
is-
wait.
I
I
have more
think
memories
we're not.
attached to Chili's, man.
We're
I have
not
more-
thinking in terms of vegetarians versus non-vegetarians here. At Olive
No,
Garden,
but
Oh
there's
shit! Wait,
regardless.
I'm the only non-vegetarian here, right? Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no,
That's
but
why.
regardless of that,
Then
I
I
think it's
understand,
also
then I
just like
understand.
taste preferences. Like Italian food's good, and like I mean, Chili's has a good variety actually, but Mexican food's good too. But like,
That's
low-key, I
not
do.
Mexican food.
not.
It's
Ari just
Tex-Mex,
likes
it's
No,
Ari,
it's like
Ari-
Tex-Mex.
Ari
Tex-Mex.
just likes the Chili's baby back ribs. That's what he likes.
No, I actually don't think I've ever had the Chili's baby back ribs.
Did you?
I want my
really?
baby back, baby back, baby back.
Actually, I put Chili's like one spot higher just because I've climbed to Chili's. I haven't climbed to Olive Garden. If I climb an Olive Garden, we'll put them on the
Man.
same.
Oh God, I remember
Hold on.
that, bro.
Oh,
Size
This guy
building.
Nish
You
over the
climbed
summer,
a Chili's?
he climbed
Wait,
a
you
Chili's.
haven't seen that video?
You haven't seen the
And
video?
then-
Oh, I have not seen.
Not
the
only
video.
that, then
Nish,
he
do you still
went-
have the video?
Yeah, somewhere, but it's
I
deep
would-
in my
He's
we-
Google
climbing.
photos.
He's climbing in one of our friends' basements as well. Like this guy.
This
he
guy
just
climbs
in
roofs, man.
everything.
He literally
just
like climbs up houses.
No, I climbed that ladder, dude. I'm climbing that ladder. That's why I got a private island. That's why I have a
He's,
private
cli- he's
island.
climbing
He
that
cli- he
figurative.
cli-
He's
I
climbing
climbed
that
that
figurative
corporate ladder.
How
economic
can you
ladder,
climb the
yeah.
social economic ladder if
No,
you
that's-
can't even climb
that's
in
why.
real life, man?
That's why I practice in real life, so you can get it done. when it
Exactly.
comes to
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah,
method
exactly.
to success, guys. This is part of our famous chili course, by the way, guys. So if you guys want more of this type of advice,
It's chapter.
buy our
We're selling
course.
chapter
We,
one
we gave
for
that
free.
one. Yeah, that one was for free.
That was free.
That was for free.
Chapter one's
That one's
free.
free. That
Chapter
one's
one's
free.
free. Chapter
You
one's
guys only
available
need to
on
buy
the pod.
course.
It's on.
Watch
it's
the
available
pod,
on
you
the
get
pod.
chapter
Rule
one.
number one:
Buy the
learn to
course, you
climb.
get the
Learn
rest.
to climb, man.
No,
Yo,
we
guys,
have
last week,
we have
last week
we
we
have 10
obviously.
motivational tenants. We have 10 motivational.
Oh,
Yeah, we gave you the first one. We gave you
have
the
10
first one. We gave you
You
the
mean
first
you
one.
have 10 motivations?
You know me and my motivational posters. You know
Okay,
me.
so
Technically, guys.
backstory on this. Backstory on this. Was it Christmas of last year?
it was Secret
Yeah,
Santa.
okay. Christmas of like not like 2022, but 2021. We do Secret Santa every year between our friend group. And Prem put on his what's it called? Elfster. On his Elfster, he
The
put
Welsh- the
a
wish list.
motivational quote poster where it's 10 like motivational quotes. And we just I don't know, we just
It was
clowned him
so
so
funny.
hard for
Yeah,
that.
it was so
'Cause
good.
No,
so
the
funny
funniest
that
is when he
that's
was
like
hitting the punching bag, and then one of our
Yeah.
friends just screamed, "And rule 10, be happy!" And he started punching it
Yeah,
hard.
like he would just
It
be
was so
screaming rules.
funny.
Yeah.
Use those rules. You still think about those rules, Prem?
I have it. Actually, it's not even in my dorm room. It's actually at home. Every time
is it
I
not,
go
is it not
home,
your background anymore?
it still is. It's work hard in silence. Let your success be your noise.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my thing.
My background's Patrick Starr, so I don't know how much
Nice.
that differs from
My
yours.
background's my dog.
How's your dog doing, Ari?
He's good. He's good. He's got a bath.
Who's taking care of
recently.
him now?
Now my dad and my mom are taking care of him. Yeah,
Okay.
they're good with him. They're good with him.
Your dog was goated during Christmas playing soccer with him.
Yeah, bro. My dog. I love my dog, man. The best thing in the world is honestly coming back and seeing it. No one is ever as happy to see you as a dog ever will be. You know, I'm telling you.
No,
Like,
yeah.
there's some things only dog owners will ever like understand is like when you come back home and your dog's so happy to see you. That's something else, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm never getting a dog in my life. No way.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
Prem's
mom.
afraid of dogs.
Get me a
I'm
dog,
afraid.
please.
I can't.
My parents would never let me get a dog when I'm like at home, but
Yeah.
I'll get one eventually later in life.
I'm gonna 100% get one.
Yeah.
Like it's like a dream of mine.
All right,
to
would
get
you
a
say you're
dog one day.
more all right, this is a pivotal moment for you, but would you say you're more excited to see your dog or your parents when you come back home? We're gonna
My
clip
dog.
this and send it to them.
My dog.
Yeah.
Because I can talk to my parents every week. You know, I can see them on FaceTime.
Oh, you
I
don't have
can't see
dog
my-
What,
FaceTime?
you
don't
can't-
know?
No,
you
Yeah.
can't-
I don't want to. I don't want to. I feel really bad. Like that's why my mom sometimes does this, and I always tell her not to. She'll be with Rio, and like okay, Rio's my dog's name, right? He's named after Riolu. I love Pokemon, so yeah. But he's very smart, man. He's a golden retriever. He understands things really well. If my mom like calls for me to come downstairs, Rio knows to walk over to the stairs and wait for me to come down. He's expecting me. He's looking up, and if I don't come down, he starts getting sad and starts whining. And he's also like my mom told me, she sent a video of him, like with me and my brother gone. He sometimes literally just goes by the garage door and waits there and like starts whinnying and like whining because he knows that's where we come through from. So he's like really
Oh
sad.
man, that's so sad.
It sucks to see. That's why like whenever we're on
That's sad.
FaceTime, I always don't like that my mom's like talking to Rio, like, oh, Ari's here. And she says, do you want to talk to him? I say no, because he can hear my voice and he starts barking and like whining. Like I literally hear on the call when he hears our voices, he gets upset
yeah.
that like we're not.
You guys
here.
are like best friends. Like I like consider you guys dogs.
I like that. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Dad jokes. Dad joke.
You know what? One day I gotta give all of my long corny jokes, man. One day I gotta deliver them.
Deliver them on the pod.
Deliver
That's
them
chapter
on the
2.
pod.
Actually, we can't do that. That's chapter 2. That's chapter 2 of a.
You think
Just
that
a bonus clip.
you think ChatGPT can generate better dad jokes than you can?
Ooh, do you want to test that out?
I think we gotta test that out. I think we need to
Is it
test
up right
the
now?
brain
Is it up right
power.
now?
Let
I don't
me.
think
I
it
have it.
is.
I have it open. I have it
But
open
we need to
from-
test the brain power of ChatGPT versus Ari's
Yeah.
long-winded list of dad jokes.
All right.
Long-
I love
Long
dad
way.
jokes, man. Bro, honestly, the punch. I did this Dave Chappelle style, man. I'm at that level now. You know what?
The
Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle said in his skits, in his one of his comedy shows, right? He told us, man. He said, "I'm at the level now where I don't even write the jokes. I think of the punchlines first, and then write the joke to that." I started doing that, man. It's so much fun, and also I know they're cringy as fuck, but I all day I will make the cringiest jokes. I'll make them so corny. I'll bring it
Dude.
back to something, make some sort of pun out of any word. I love it, man.
every
I love
time-
seeing people get annoyed by like the
Every
long jokes.
time I see your text in the group chat of like some joke that you make
Oh
about
my
something
god,
you're
it's
talking
actually
about,
insane.
I always hear it in your voice too. I always hear it
Yeah,
in your,
yeah.
your like little voice saying the joke,
Yeah.
like, come on, man, come on.
Come
Like,
on, man.
the Ari voice.
Do you remember when
Sorry.
Prem said that there was like a deer outside of his house and it was like something going on?
And you're like, oh dear.
And so I told him,
Oh,
oh
dear.
dear.
Oh dear, man.
Oh
I don't know. I
god.
just found that so funny.
Oh my god, that's wild.
One of
That's
my
always how I think of it.
one of my friends was saying like, ooh, actually don't want to talk about this.
Just say it, bro.
He said something, right? And then he said, okay, we can't do that though. And then you know what, fuck, I'll say it.
Just say it, bro. Just say it.
He was saying, yo, we wouldn't be able to get into like a certain frat because it was like a registered one, right? So he said that it was a registered event, so you had to be a certain age to get in. He said, we're underage though. And so then, but he spelled the DOE. So
Yeah.
I returned back and I say, yeah, that's true. We are all underage female deer. And then,
Oh.
and then bro, and the thing,
Oh my
honestly, this made me so
God, bro.
happy. One of my friends, because like, these are obviously new people. I've known them for like a few
bro.
months now, but you guys have known me for a long time. You guys know my
Ari,
humor.
bro.
It made me so happy that one of them said, that's the most Ari joke. I heard that and I saw that. I was like, oh, they get it now. Like,
No, it's once you spend enough time around Ari, you realize that like anytime you say something a little bit a little bit too open, that
Funky.
he can
I
he
will
will
catch
come
you
in
out,
and
man.
find.
I'll catch you out.
He
If
will
you
find
say
that way to
something a
like.
certain way, I'll catch you out.
No, like I remember, like I think it was yesterday or something. Arian was like, "Oh, that's so freaky," and then Ari was like, "Wait, freaky? I normally spend $10 on mine," and I'm like,
That was literally
"What,
last
bro?"
night.
I
Yeah,
was like, "What?"
I don't know where they come
Man,
from. but-
this is why my bars are so good, man. My pen game's so good. I can get these punchlines out, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
wild.
god. Are we gonna get a
Alright.
mixtape?
One day, man. One day, bro. I've been saying this. I've been
Oh,
writing.
that
I've been writing lyrics, man, for like 5 years now. I think I can write pretty well. It's just I've never gotten to the point of actually recording and getting in the studio and actually recording something. I don't know what it is. I just can't finish, man. Also, like on the songs,
Pause.
like
wait.
Pause,
Can we
pause.
please
Resume.
get a Lil Tubbs to come back?
No.
Lil Tubbs.
Well, when I
man.
have
Tubbs
something
is
recorded,
gone.
I
Alright,
recorded a little something. I recorded
can
a
we
little
say
something with
that?
one of my friends the other day.
Can we say
I don't know if
that?
it'll ever come out, but yeah.
Can we say that like within the next 3 years we'll have a Lil Tubbs come back?
You know what? Yeah. I always say though, I
You
always
heard
say
it
within a
here,
year, but
folks.
3 years, I'll do it.
You heard it here first.
Hey, we got the mic now. We got the mic. We got the mic.
He has the mic. He has the mic.
Yeah, no,
It's
you
also, that's
heard it
another cool
here.
part about college, man. I'm seeing people who do the things that I've always wanted to do in my life. Like we saw last week, right? I love music so much. I love talking about hip hop and stuff. I always thought like it'd be really cool to have like a hip hop blog, and one of my friends here has one. And then also one of my friends
Wow.
here loves making music, and he put out an EP or a mixtape last week. Not last week, earlier like last semester. By the way, check it out, man. His name's Aman, all caps, exclamation part, DSSM, man, different styles, same me. It was actually really cool. He did a full album of just a bunch of different styles of music. It's really cool. Give it a listen. But
Wow, damn.
Wow.
yeah.
Nice plug.
And so that's why it's really cool seeing the people do things that I always wanted to do and never did. So it's motivational, like see it, like it makes me want to do it.
Motivation. That's what it's all
I'm
about.
gonna drop one of Ari's bars that he
I don't
just
think you have
dropped
any
in the
of my
chat.
bars.
No, you
did he
made
say?
one. You made one.
Oh,
in the
but
chat.
okay,
You wrote
yeah,
one
but
in the
that's
chat.
that's not one that I would actually ever
Okay,
say.
yeah, yeah.
That's not something I would say in a song.
It's not something he would say, but
But it was just
he
it was
just
just
came
like,
up
hey,
with
fuck
it very quickly on the spot. We're talking about something super random. Gaurav said something, and then Ari goes, "That could be a sick bar." 3 guys squared up, so I had to pull the 9.
Bro, tell me that's not a fire bar though. Tell me that's
That
not a fire
was-
bar. I don't have the street cred to say that in a song, but that's a fire
3
bar.
guys squared
right?
up, so I had to.
I'm
pull
telling
the
you, that's a
9.
fire bar.
That's a crazy bar.
We gotta
Because
give credit where credit's due. That was a nice
I was
one.
talking to someone in the chat, right? And then someone said, like, damn, what if I pull up on you with 3 guys and we square up? And I saw 3 square, and I'm like, oh, that's a sick line,
Just change your name in the little chat right now. Just change it to Kendrick.
Oh,
Guys,
speaking of Kendrick, by the way, man, big day
Grammy.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're recording this on the Saturday, right? And tomorrow is the Grammys. Now, guys, this is gonna make me mad, right? Let me just say, the Grammys are the experts in music. I hate the Grammys, man. I absolutely hate the Grammys. The most pointless thing in the world. Year after year after year, they snub people. They never give it to the person who deserves it. Look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent did not win Best New Artist in the year he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. That is to this day, I'm pretty sure, the biggest debut hip hop album of all time, and he did not win. Name a person who took over the scene like 50 Cent. That album is still, I believe, number 8 in the most sold hip hop albums, and that was his debut album. And still, he did not win. You're telling me after all these years, how are these people still credible?
That's why for me, like I don't watch a lot of award shows because I know it's like it's not given to the same, like to the right person, like Grammys, Oscars. Like I watched the first 10 minutes for the monologue because I like comedy, and that's about it. Like I dip after that because like how did in 2014 like Wolf of Wall Street not win Best Picture?
I mean, I wouldn't put Wolf of Wall Street on the Best Picture either, honestly.
Well, what else
How?
was in that year? What else was in that year though?
Oh, yeah, let's
I
pull
do
up.
not remember. We could
Let's
pull it
for
up,
that
though,
year. Hold
but-
on.
I want to make a note.
2014. Wait. 2014 movies.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever watched the Oscars, the Grammys, anything like that.
It's
I don't
not
think I've
worth
watched
it.
it
It's not
once
worth it.
in my entire life. I've
It's
never
not worth it,
felt the
man.
need to watch it either.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at the nominations for this year for the
Oh,
Hip Hop Awards.
oh,
I'm pretty sure one
okay,
person's
hold
gonna
on.
run away with it. Like,
Can I
Who's
say?
that?
Can I say one thing? There's
No.
no reason why. There is no reason why Wolf of Wall Street should have won 2014.
Who won?
If Interstellar was also
Oh.
released that year.
Okay,
oh, that's a tough
never
year.
mind.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, never mind. Wait, who won though? Was it Interstellar?
Okay, wait, I have to pull it up. You said
Bro,
2014
what did you
Oscars?
pull up then, man?
What did you
No,
pull
I
up?
pulled up a list of movies. I pulled up a list of
I
movies.
think
I didn't pull up.
Just used to work on his
No.
Google searches, bro.
I
Man,
pulled
you
up a
worked in the
list
movie
of
theater,
movies.
man. You should know this
You
off the
worked in
top
the
of your
movie
head.
theater.
Academy
I
Picture
know,
Award.
man.
Okay.
Guys,
Alright,
fun
alright,
fact. Fun fact.
Prem,
Nish
do you
in
know
the
what?
summer,
Do you know what Wolf of Wall Street got snubbed on?
Best Picture.
Was it just Best Picture overall?
Yeah,
yeah.
Um,
12 Years a
hold on.
Slave won Best
12
Picture.
Years a Slave was
Ooh,
Best
okay,
Picture.
that's a
Okay.
good.
Damn,
Dang,
that's
that
a good
year-
year for
That's
movies.
a good year of movies.
That's
yeah.
a tough year for movies. This should have been a tough year for music, though. But guess what? Once again, the Grammys don't know how to get the right nominees. Okay, look at this. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at these nominations. One person's gonna run away with all of these, man. Okay, best rap performance. We got the big man himself. They didn't believe in us. God did. We got God Did by DJ Khaled.
Oh my
Featuring Rick
God.
Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, John Legend, and Friday. I'm not gonna lie, did not like the album. That song, decent song. But Jay-Z carried that, man. Jay-Z carried that. I love Jay-Z, man. He came in with a huge, long-ass verse. Amazing, though. It was so good to hear a nice verse from Jay-Z. It's been a long time since we got something from him. But nah, he carried that song. Then we got Vegas by Doja Cat. We got Pushin' P by Gunna featuring Young Thug. I don't know if the Grammys can even legally give them the win anymore. They can't get the trophy. They physically can't get the trophy. You know? Then we got FNF Let's Go by Hit Kid and Glorilla. And then The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar. Is it even a question? Is it even a question?
It's not really a question.
The Heart Part 5 is winning this. But where's the representation, man? There's so many better songs this year. I wouldn't even say Heart Part 5 is the best song of the year, but out of those, easily. It's definitely up there. It's not the best of the year. Where is Johnny P's Caddy? Where is Johnny P's Caddy? Bro.
Where is it, man? Where is it?
On the night I was born, the rain was pouring. Man, where is it, bro?
Bro's turning into a music,
everything in Ari's brain is shaking.
No, bro's turning into a music version of Stephen A. Smith right now.
Bro, I can't, man. I can't. It pisses me off too much. Where's Denzel Curry? I understand if they don't want to put Griselda on it, they're somewhat underground. I get it. But bro, where are the big names in music that dropped this year, man? You're not gonna put KD3, I guess, was a little too late in the year to be nominated. But man, come on, man. Who do you guys have winning best rap performance there?
That's all you, bro. That's not my expertise.
That's all
It's a hard one.
No, but who do you guys think will win? You guys know the songs.
It's not who we think is gonna win. It's the problem is that like a lot of the songs that we think are good, or a lot of the songs that the young generation think are good, aren't just getting representation in these big award shows. So like the fact that we even got Kendrick Lamar up there is like a big thing because, like you said,
I think it's the opposite. I think it's more the young people, and especially at least in hip hop right now, it's more the young people's music that's getting pushed.
So then, young people, as in like all like these mainstream music.
Yeah, it's like look at who's on there, man. It's gonna be like the TikTok people who blew up, you know?
Exactly.
That's what. So I actually have a friend in the music industry right now, and that's what he said is like
Lil Tubbs.
Hey, you trying to give me his number?
Lil Tubbs.
Nah, but
and
basically like this guy's saying how like these TikTokers or these people who are on TikTok who are then getting signed by record labels are now ruining the music industry because of the fact that these people, they don't have real talent. They're just getting viral. And that's what these labels are looking for now. They're not looking for true artists. They're not looking for people who are truly passionate about music. They're looking for people who could just get the most views. And I think that's the terrible way to look at it because by the end of it, these people are not going to have skills. They're not going to be able to produce. They're not going to be able to produce music, sing properly. They're going to have a lot of auto-tune, and the true, genuine nature of music will be lost in the next 5 to 10 years. I think that's a terrible sign. Island Boys.
I'm an island boy.
I'm an island boy.
J. Cole predicted it, man.
I think
J. Cole predicted it.
I think Island Boy is a perfect example of like what happens sometimes in the music industry. They blew up with that one song first. That was like the first, and I'm not sure if it was their actual first song, but first biggest song they dropped. Blew up on TikTok because it became a TikTok sound. Then it blew up like outside of the TikTok sphere. It kind of spread into just general media space. Logan Paul had him on his podcast, had the Island Boys on the podcast. George Janko himself.
George Janko predicted it, man.
George Janko predicted it.
I love
George Janko himself goes, maybe you guys should sell some of your jewelry, spread your investments, become smart financially. And then these dumbasses got mad at him, walked off the pod. George Janko was 100% right in that situation. Everything he said was exactly to a T correct. What if one day your music career doesn't work out? What if you're not able to reproduce what you just did?
George Janko has his own podcast, which is I think really
that's cool.
Hey,
he's working on 2.
He's number 2 podcast after Famous Chili Pod. But
they got to change their intro to the Impulsive Podcast, man. They're the number 2 now, man.
Yeah. But genuinely, George Janko knew what was gonna happen. He saw the Island Boys like personality. He realized that like some things just aren't sustainable. And honestly, it's kind of like obvious that the Island Boys have such a strong personality, but it's like only the personality which keeps them there. You know, it's the fact that there's these 2 of them matching tattoos, matching like looks. but they aren't actually like great artists in any like definable sense.
Yeah.
And he knew that if they were to fall apart financially, they would be screwed. And that's what's happening now. Their manager they're missing like 150,000 to give to their manager. Their managers just dropped him because he hasn't been paid back. They are selling their grills now. Yeah, he came on some podcast a while ago and he said that they owed him $150,000 and they just never got it to him, and they just aren't giving it to him. But it makes sense because they are literally broke. They are selling they're selling their grills right now. I think they have diamond grills. They're selling those off. They're selling off all their jewelry. It's exactly what George Janko said they should have done like a year ago. And now once they're broke, they have to do it to like make up for it. But honestly, that's what happens when you have one hit wonders like that. They think they can ride on that fame, but then it just doesn't pan out like that all the time.
I feel like there's two sides to it though, because the whole reason they blew up was their appearance, and like all the big jewelry, all the tattoos, all the girls and everything was part of the reason that they blew up, because they looked funky. Let's be honest, they looked weird, but like they were unique. But that's also the problem with like the creator space right now, is that there's no like longevity with like most creators these days. You have like the top dogs, obviously, who have been there since like 2014, since the Vine days. Those are the guys who are the sustained creators. But now you have like Nish said, like the one hit wonders, bro. Like one day someone blows up, they're famous for a month, and then they're forgotten about. And it's just like a cycle of new content every single day. Everyone's just trying to push new content. So like becoming famous, getting a good follower count, getting loyal followers, it's just really hard these days because everyone's just grasping for new content. You know, like the media is just like completely taken like a downspin. It's just really weird these days.
And
I think a perfect. Oh, sorry. No, you got it.
No, you okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, especially with media, like one thing I kind of wanted to bring up was the fact that like people, like, it's not even just music, right? Like it's media, like media in terms of like publications, newspapers, things like that. Like, so online, like people love spinning whatever they're doing. Like, for example, I'll give you an example, like John Wall, right? Like he's a basketball player talking about his experience in Houston wasn't the best, right? And that podcast made it seem like John Wall and James Harden, like he had beef with James Harden when he really didn't. Like he was just talking about his experience. Like people love taking quotes and then spinning it around to fit their own agenda, to get as many clips, to get as many likes, to get as many views as possible. And because of that, the truth just goes out the window, and it's just about money at that point. And I feel like people aren't genuinely telling the truth, which is why like objective media is so hard to come by, because it's just, you don't see that everywhere, right? There's always some type of political bias involved. There's always some type of other biases involved. And I feel like that's going to lead to, further down the line, a distorted narrative of different topics. And I feel like because of that, like, people are going to, that's why this divide in society is so big, because the way people are getting their information is very filtered in terms of different biases that they have. And I feel like that's just going to lead to more of a divide.
See, I think that's where the internet kind of both helped the world and helped the truth and harmed the truth at the same time, because now you have more information at your fingertips than ever before. If you want to find something out, you can, but the problem is there's so much out there that now you have to decide what the truth is. When we were younger, if you saw something on TV, and especially in our parents' generation, right? If someone says something on TV, it's gospel, it's true. The man on the TV said it must be true. How can it be fake? That's not how it is anymore. We don't know what we can trust when we hear it. The internet has made it so that we can hear what everybody says, but that still makes it harder. Now it's up to us to decide what is actually true. So the truth still gets lost. It's just more likely that the truth is out there somewhere because someone's saying it, but we don't know who it is.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's a mix of, I think having the internet, one, makes everything go by so quick. Everyone is always trying to find the next big thing. Everyone's trying to find the next like new thing. Like, as like what Richie was saying earlier with like not just music, but like the whole media sphere itself. Only the people that stay on top are those ones that were from like 2014 that have established themselves, that are from the Vine days, that are from the old days. But like, does anyone know about Brad, the academic weapon dude from like beginning of first semester, that blew up so quick, and he was everywhere. He was genuinely everywhere. And I genuinely believed that he was there to stay, but I should have like realized pretty quickly, like that's a bad assumption to make. I thought Brad would at least stay in like, kind of as a joke for a while, be an academic weapon. That would become like you know, something that everyone talks about for a while, kind of like the way that Riz just started off as a random statement on TikTok, and now everyone uses the term Riz.
No, it actually started
But
from Twitch.
oh, did it start from Twitch?
Yeah, it's Castanet. Because that
Oh,
was
did
something that
he
him
did
and
he
his
use it?
like friends from like way back in school used to use all the time. And so then that's
Damn,
actually
okay.
crazy. Imagine like we just have like a
We
high
just had
school
a
joke and
term
it
that
went
blew
and
up.
became like regular English. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But then regardless, it was the fact that he died pretty quickly. And it's that creators, there's so many creators that you probably know that showed up on your For You page 5-6 times within a week, and you recognize them, you remember them. And then after that, they just fall apart. They just aren't on the For You page anymore. They don't have the same following. It's just the hype that was behind them for that week or two. And the same thing happens with like media. People start talking, content moves by so quick in media. People talk about like something the first half of the day. In the morning, we're all talking about something that happened somewhere across the world. And then by the afternoon, we're talking about, you know, this other thing. And everything moves by so quick that no one can just sit and think about like what just happened. You read the news and it's over because there's new news now that you have to read. Oh, you didn't know about this? Well, now there's a new thing.
No, and the thing is like social issues in that sense, like there's no actual change, right? Like for example, like gun control, right? Like people know that like whether that be like after a shooting happens, they're gonna talk about it for a week and then it's gonna die down again because there's other content, there's other things out there. The Russia-Ukraine war, right? Like people talked about it for 6 months and now it shows up on like news outlets once every fucking month, right? Like it's frustrating because then like you bring attention to these issues, but then nothing ends up happening. Nothing ends up getting changed. And we're just stuck in the same kind of cycle of like, you know, event happens, you learn, and then just go right back to it. It's just a rinse and repeat cycle. And we're just stagnant in society. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact that, you know, truth isn't there, like Ari was talking about, or the media is distorting different things. And honestly, it's just a sad thing to see. And I don't see it changing anytime soon.
I think part of it is like the polarization that's given in people's hands through media. When you watch something that you believe is true, you like it, you'll comment, you'll whatever, you share it, whatever it may be. But then the algorithm forces that same content upon you. So then there's these two sides. It's the same thing with Tate, honestly. It's what we talked about last week, where like even on the gun control issue, right? Say you were pro-gun, you want guns to stay, you believe in Second Amendment rights. You're gonna like TikToks, or you're gonna like, you know, news articles about that. You're going to keep reading them. They're going to push more of that on you. And then on the other hand, if you want guns to be banned, you want increased gun control, you want there to be, you know,
Reform.
bigger like gaps on being able to acquire a gun, you're going to like that type of content. You're going to love that. And then what ends up happening is you see these two sides, and both sides are only seeing content, are only seeing like, you know, statistics, or only seeing beliefs from each side, and then people just never can come to that center ground. And I think that's what like the biggest thing is, where it's like there's basically three groups of people now. It's people who are very one side, very the other side, and then there's a large majority that are just stuck in the center who have no idea what to do, because if they go to one side, they get shunned from the other, and if they go to the other side, they get shunned from the first. So it's like there's always hate from whichever side you're at. And if you stay in the center, they're like, oh, pick a side. Why are you just in the center? Why aren't you taking a side on this topic? And so the fact that like no one wants to say their opinion, and then no one is able to like give a true opinion about what they truly believe, creates that divide, I think.
Yeah. It's called an echo chamber, what you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
Where people only like to see certain things. And so by liking it and seeing things, they are just reinforcing their own ideas. They don't see other people's ideas. So they don't get any second thoughts. They don't get any other opinions coming in to change their mind. So whatever they believe, they're stuck on it. And it's a huge problem right now, man. I don't think every single thing in the world right now is so polarized. It's actually sucks. Nothing can be done. No one wants to be moderate in anything. No one's willing to come to a middle ground. It's either both ends of absolutes, whether it's politics or just the internet in general. Everything is so black and white. There's no middle ground, no willingness to compromise or anything. And it absolutely sucks, you know?
I kind of want to go back to what Nish was talking about, which was like, you know, there's a one side, there's another side, and there's a large portion in the middle. And if you don't pick one side, then like you're kind of hated, right? Or even if you do pick one side, you're hated by the other side. And I feel like I want to take that a little step further than just media and, you know, truth and whatever it might be, and just kind of talk about, you know, like success in life. Because a lot of like, taking that next step when it comes to whatever you're doing, whether it be this podcast or joining a club or whatever it might be, like there's always going to be people who hate you. And that might be, or they, and we're already experiencing that, with
Our
hate
first hate
comments.
comment.
Shout out to that
Yeah.
person. But
Bro,
it's
we
just
getting
like,
we getting the scam
We're gonna
call
set
center
that-
up
we're
one
s-
day, man.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
We'll
we're
save
gonna
that.
set
We'll
that up.
save
Call
that.
center.
We'll save
Yeah.
that. But
You'll get a call
my-
one day.
That's
man. You'll get a
chapter
call.
3 in our course.
That's
Buy our
chapter
course.
3.
That's chapter 3.
By our
But-
course.
But my point is like these, like, people are always gonna hate no matter what, and it's just I feel like that's human nature. But I feel like because of that polarization that's happening right now, it's ever so present. It's only gonna increase, right? Because of the fact that it's not, I don't know if it's jealousy, I don't know what it is, but there's always that one fact that like people want to see themselves succeed over others, and that's one reason why a lot of people hate, and are always trying to put other people down. Like I don't know where like being happy for someone else was a crime, like because no one does it anymore. Like no one's ever genuinely happy. Like someone gets an offer, someone else is like, oh, like that sucks. Like to them they might say, yeah, like they'll be like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I should have deserved that. And I feel like I'm guilty of that too, right? Like there's been positions this year, last year, where I was jealous and I was like, oh, I deserve this over someone else, or I deserve that over someone else, right? Whether that's college apps, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, like you should just feel happy with, and you like Ari said with the college app process, right? Like everything works out. Like whatever God wanted, whatever is meant to be will happen. And there should be no like hate or no like discontent that you should have with someone because of the fact that they accomplished something that you strive to accomplish. Instead, learn from those mistakes and just become a better person.
Yeah, man. Like DJ Khaled said, they didn't believe in us.
Like God did. I think the whole problem with like around jealousy is the fact that like everyone's putting themselves out there in media these days. So we're seeing a lot more than we used to. We're seeing because like once people start succeeding, they'll start giving tips on how other people can succeed. But then people will also see that like person A is succeeding in this way because he posted this on his Instagram, like, oh, I just got my first job here at Google. And it's like this whole new wave of media of putting yourself out there on social media is just causing like the divide, like we said, because there's no like everything's just fake these days. Any like maybe friendship you have online or something, or maybe some people that you think you like, they're fake to you. Not everybody, but it's a possibility that a lot of people are fake to you. And that's just the problem with the world and how we're going right now. And I don't think we're ever gonna like survive from that. I think it's just gonna continuously grow worse. I don't think we're gonna go back to where we were earlier 10 years back. But that's just something we have to live with now.
I kind of disagree on that last point you said, where it's like I don't think it'll ever go back. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that thing where it's like a cycle of like, like when there's like hard times, then people like, pick up what they're doing, they like become better people. And then when there's better people, it creates good times in life.
The hard times make strong men
Yeah,
make
yeah,
easy
yeah.
times, easy times make weak
No,
men.
but
weak men.
it's not even like that. It's like it's like overall it's not even like the strong man thing. It's like when you have societal problems, people will go out and try to fix them. When those get fixed, people think everything's fine and dandy. People will live their life, and then something's gonna happen again. It's not necessarily like the people become better, people become worse. It's just that like, it's like a cycle of things. Like people will say, oh, we're in a great time right before COVID, we were doing great economically, right? Even after COVID happened and we had that first initial drop, things started going back up very quickly. And people were like, oh, we're in economically great place. Now look what's happening. Right now we're in what seems to be a recession. We can't really tell. We
No, but
might be going into one.
I don't think that's a good example to give, just because of the fact that that's just typical business cycle.
No, so yeah, no, but
economics.
that's what I'm saying. I think the
He's
business
saying
cycle,
there's like highs and lows and everything.
there's political cycles too. You
Yeah.
have times where people are like politically, oh, everything's going great right now.
Right,
When
right.
in like
Yep.
the 1960s, 50s, people were like, suburbanism was growing. People were going to suburbs. There was a lot of consumerism. People thought it was great, not only economically, but people politically were like, I mean, other than for some of the war stuff that was going on, the Cold War, people politically were still like, in at least within the US, it wasn't as, I would say, split as it is now. But like, then, you have cycles where it gets worse, it gets better, it gets worse. And I think that like at some point, yeah, we're gonna hit a point where it just, where it's like a kind of like a ticking time bomb between the two sides and like in all these different categories. But once something happens, something large, some big bill gets passed, something occurs, I think like it'll revert and we're just gonna keep having that cycle of like things will get better, things will get worse. But I think that's just like the nature of life, honestly.
Things will get better when they take TikTok down. TikTok is the reason that all this divide is
That's
happening.
what
That's the only way people are pushing mainstream.
Hey, let's
media
not hate
right
on
now.
TikTok,
Hey,
guys.
TikTok's doing
TikTok's doing good for us.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Take
TikTok
down
is
everyone
like
else's TikTok, you know?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Only
saying.
famous chili pod
Only
TikTok.
famous
Only
chili.
famous chili podcast.
You will
content.
only
That's
believe
chapter
our
4.
views.
The point I'm trying to prove is that TikTok.
That's chapter 4.
That's chapter 4. Remove all your competitors from the market by removing the market itself.
Yes.
Make you the market.
Guys,
You are the market. You are the market.
All right, that's all you viewers are getting, man. Famous chili course, buy it. Okay, it's like $100 a month. You know, nothing too
Oh,
much.
no, sorry. I think you got the- it's a day,
$99.99.
it's a day.
$99.99.
It's
day.
only
A day.
$1,000 a day, man. What are you doing?
Go
What
buy
you-
our course.
Go
But
buy.
The point I was trying to prove is that TikTok has gained such a following is that it's like the main way of pushing mainstream content. So like a lot of the news people get is from TikTok. So like it can obviously be like reverted, it can be changed, it can be like desensitized or like whatever they want it to be because it's like people that are posting their content. And so though I think TikTok is like the greatest way to get yourself out there, the greatest way to get famous, it also has its drawbacks as well. And that's what I'm trying to say. TikTok, you are amazing.
Yeah, man.
Don't ban us.
TikTok, man. If you want to help us out a little bit, man.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, man. At
Yeah.
Famous Chili Pod, TikTok and Instagram. We're posting daily, man. Daily content up every day. Give those a follow, man.
That's what daily means.
And
Yeah, man.
dang, we're taking shots at Ari. Damn. No, but also, you know, comment. We want to see what you guys want to talk about. We want to see what you guys like to listen to, things like that. And you know,
We respond, man. We see everything, you know.
We
We respond.
and we might have you guys on sometime. You know,
Yeah,
so
man. You never know.
we
You
have
never
some
know.
we have some people planned.
And
but
yo,
we know those-
to the person who thinks that first of all, if you thought I was talking about Nav in the last episode when I mentioned Nas, let me clear this up for you, man. If I'm saying Nas is the best rapper of the decade, nobody's saying Nav is the best artist of the
Wait,
decade.
Ari, why are you letting the haters get to you, bro? Relax.
Oh, no.
Why are you letting the
I don't
haters
care
get
what
to
they-
you, bro?
That's not a hater. That's
Come
just
on.
his opinion. That's not even hate towards me. That's just an opinion on music.
No, it wasn't hate because he told you to get off the pod.
Oh, I don't care about that.
He said the pink shirt guy gotta
care
go.
about
He
that.
said
I
the
don't care
pink
about
shirt
that.
guy. The pink shirt guy turned
But
into
bro,
the gray shirt
he
guy.
said Nav had one good album. If you think I was talking about Nav, man, I don't know what you're doing, man.
Guys, he's the brown boy from the 6. Represent. I'm sorry, I don't like Nav.
Coming
either.
from 4 brown guys, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody listening to Nav. Nobody's listening to Nav.
Listen to Nav.
No one listens to
I
Nav.
mean, he's had some good songs. Like, yeah, you have to like admit he has some good songs, but like as a mainstream rapper, I don't think he's reached the stage of like J. Cole or any of them, man. I think he's like,
It's not a question, man. Like,
I
It's
think
not
he's
even
just-
like in contention.
yeah.
you know what this reminds me of? One of my I was talking about Nas the other day, like with one of my friends back here. Shout out Haroon again, the bowling cramp himself. But bro, I was talking about Nas. This man thought I was talking about Lil Nas X.
Oh God.
Bro.
The fact that when someone hears Nas now, they immediately think Lil Nas X, that really just pisses me off, man. Like
He was more than a one-hit wonder.
Nas,
He was like
Oh,
a
he
no,
no,
Lil
Lil
Nas
Nas X.
We gotta clear what we're talking about.
Bro,
Lil Nas X.
I feel like this is a sensitive subject for Ari, bro. You're just getting
Yeah, I know.
triggered
He's
right now.
every time someone says something, he's like Nas. No, but I think he's actually one of the few that made it out. Like he had
no, he did.
he had Old Town Road, and then he dropped.
I thought he was.
songs
I
after
thought he was
that
gonna be
that
one
blew
hit.
up.
I thought he would be.
I
One
thought-
hit.
I thought he was
He
gonna
did
be
a
one
great
hit
job. He did
too.
a great job of staying
Yeah.
relevant.
He kept himself up there. Yeah, he kept
Yeah.
himself up there. It was good. I mean,
Shout out
he
when
was
Ari,
like
when Ari gets triggered, it's by far the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like
crazy.
ninth grade, I still remember econ DLE. Like I'd say Pokemon is terrible, and his face would just go crazy. Like you just
No.
start.
Oh man,
You can't be
one
saying
day,
that.
one day, you know what? One day we gotta have a Pokemon talk, man. It's very sad what's going on right now, man. With the boy Ash is leaving, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
Ash is leaving.
yeah. I'm sure we can get into that
Oh
one.
my God, they're gonna stop drawing him. That's so sad.
Shut the fuck up, man.
If I'm gonna be honest, I was more of a Beyblade guy.
No, Beyblade's sick. Beyblade's
Beyblade
sick,
was
but Pokemon's a
lit.
different
Pokemon's
level,
better.
man.
I never finished
25
Pokemon.
years. 25 years. this
Ari,
man's
I'm not
been
gonna lie. I dropped off
I
Go
barely
after I got to
watched
college a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, this guy, man.
I used to play Pokemon Go pretty heavily.
Ash is older than us, man. 25 years.
That's true. That's true.
Man, you know what? It's all comes full circle, man. If you work hard, you can do it, man. This is a 10-year-old kid who's been here for 25 years. No one believed in him. They didn't believe in him. Okay. But you know what? After 25 years of hard work, he's the world champ, man. I'm telling you.
World champ. He's made it to the top.
Champ. He is the top.
Hey,
He
it's
started
like we were
from the
saying.
bottom and now he's here.
Because you know why? Because he bought the famous chili course and he saw Nish's first chapter. You gotta learn to climb.
famous chili
Gotta learn to
course.
You gotta learn to
climb.
climb.
Chapter
That's
5, guys.
Let me
Be
explain what
like
Ash did. Ash is a perfect case study. One, he learned how to climb. He climbed up the ladder in the Pokemon world.
Exactly.
Two,
Exactly.
I forget the second chapter. I have to look back at the course myself because I know all the chapters together as one. But he also learned that owning a private island is important. Ash now owns his own private island off the Kanto region, a little island.
No, that's true. That's true. He's the Orange Islands champion. He's the Orange Island champion. He has his own islands. He's champion of Alola Islands.
It goes back to what Rishi said earlier. Everyone reaches their success at a different rate.
Exactly.
Ash took 15 years or
25
years,
25
years, starting from the age of 10, which means that like within those years, he grew to be a very old man, but he did it.
But he's still 10.
He's still 10. No, but he's
still
10.
He's still 10.
In his age, he still reached what he wanted.
And
to.
he beat the competition, guys.
Exactly.
He beat the competition. He
And
removed
like
the
Nish,
market.
He
removed
became
the
the
market.
market.
He
Guys.
removed the market
by
and
removing
became the market.
Become the market.
We're gonna leave you off with one final word, guys.
Do you
The
know any other
famous chili
Pokemon
course.
trainers?
It doesn't matter, guys. Famous chili is evident the famous chili course is evident that these courses work. The famous chili course
Exactly.
is the best thing that will happen to you, guys.
Ash is a byproduct of
Exactly.
Exactly.
For
hard
just
Exactly.
$1,000 a day. $1,000 a day.
Man. What's
You can be
$1,000 a
like
day, man?
us.
Just get the course. Just
You
get
can
the
be like
course.
us.
Can I just say, I just want to put this into perspective. Ash bought our course starting at the age of 10 when he first started off on this Pokemon journey. Took him 25 years, 365 days a year for 25 years for $1,000 a day. He spent just over $9 million to become what he was today.
No, but see, that's the
You don't
thing.
think
That's the
that's worth
thing.
it?
You know what's invaluable? Time. That's the next chapter, man. I'm telling you,
That's the
time is
next
money.
chapter.
We
Time
gave him
is money.
25 years of 1 year time, man. That's what we do. That's
No
what
one
we
else.
do.
And
no one else
remember,
in the-
just to
Who else is
clarify,
doing it, man?
just to
Yeah.
clarify, this $1,000 is in famous chili dollars. And the
No,
exchange
Raju
rate-
coin.
No,
Raju coin.
Raju
Raju
coin.
coin.
We
Raju
only
coin.
accept Raju coin.
We only accept
Raju
Raju
coin.
Pump it
coin.
up and Raju coin to the
And the
moon,
exchange
bro.
rate right now is TBD.
It's a
We'll let
thousand. It's
you know.
$1,000 to $3. We just
$1,000 to $3.
$1,000
Yep.
to $3. Okay.
I mean, it might change by the next episode because it's being
Yeah,
pumped
yeah.
right
Hey,
now.
if you guys
It's
buy the course, man, by
volatile.
next episode, it might be
Raju coin,
2,000
Raju
for
coin,
$3.
Guys.
Raju coin is volatile right now.
Join the
so-
Discord server. Raju coin to the moon,
Raju
guys.
coin.
Raju coin to the moon. To
If you haven't
the
seen it already, it's on Wall Street Bets. Reddit's already got us up. You have to get us up too now.
This was fun though. I like this.
No,
This
this is
episode
fun.
was
This
really
is
fun.
man.
We talked about a lot of great things. I think this is one of the best episodes in terms of getting deep, really talking
Definitely
about
top three. Definitely top three.
Top 3 episodes
Yeah.
of all time.
Top
Top 3
episodes.
famous
Top
chili
three.
episodes of all time.
And yeah, I know. Again, I just like to say from the bottom of my heart, we're working together. It's a great experience. Again, 4 first-generation Americans. Like I
Bro,
said,
I wish you guys could have seen our reaction to
Yeah,
that, man. We were
yeah.
trying not to laugh so much.
But
He
Pulled
really
out
hit
the
that. He
sympathy
really
card
hit
at
the first 4
one.
generations.
We're firstborn immigrants here, man.
but
We're
no,
just
but, like,
trying to live
the-
the American dream, start a podcast.
in all seriousness, no, the support that we've gotten from you guys has been truly incredible. Like we did not think, getting 2.2K on a short that we would like touch this many people. Like pause. That it was.
Yo,
but
wait.
That,
Touch
but
who?
Yo, what you
it
mean by
was-
that, bro?
What you mean by that?
What you mean by
Guys, I'm
What
trying to
you
say
mean by
something really serious, but no, but like yeah, just like
Pause.
having the support system has been really great. I know we could grow even more, but having these people here, and also this obviously like behind the scenes, like we work really hard, but just having like the engagement that we have with people is really great. A lot of people are following us already, and it's just we just didn't expect it to be this cool like this quickly. So
Yeah.
thank you so
And
much.
like
for your
Prem said earlier, man, just keep keep commenting, keep liking. We love seeing your opinions. Obviously, we were just joking earlier about like the thing about the Nas and Nav thing. I think it's hilarious. Like, share your opinions. If you disagree with us, tell us. It's fun. It's a conversation, man. You know, it's like we were saying, we don't want to be in that echo chamber. Give us your opinions. If you disagree, let us know. If you want to see us talk about some shit that you think is interesting, let us know and we'll talk about it. You know?
Yeah.
Follow us on all our socials, please. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Famous Chili Pod. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for episode number 4. Also, buy the course. Do not forget to buy the course.
Buy the course.
Buy the Famous Chili.
You have 1 week from today to buy the course.
Flash sale. We're doing it for only $9.99 now this week. $999 a day.
$999.99 for 1 week only.
Yeah, only 1 week.
This episode will be dropping. This episode will be dropping Wednesday, February 8th. 8th. From February 8th to let's check. To the 15th. You have the 8th to the 15th. That's it. You get $9.99 instead of $1,000. Raju coin.
Limited time. You don't want to miss that, man. You don't want to miss that.
Buy the course,
you also
guys.
don't want to miss our posts. You don't want to miss our full posts on Wednesdays and our daily TikTok, Instagram,
and daily clips.
And sometimes we might double upload. You know, some days, but in terms of
double upload, you say?
Yeah.
Someone say double upload.
Interesting.
Say 14.
Some days.
You guys are gonna have to be on the lookout for that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Thank you.